Peace, peace. I'd like to thank everybody for coming out and joining Mallah's Insight. Today, I'm doing a part two with a good friend of mine, a brother that's a community stakeholder, an advocate up in the Bronx, and into grassroots movements. He go by the name of KBorn. Peace, brother. How you doing?
Peace and blessings, man. Thank you for inviting me back to the show again. You know what I'm saying? We just out here adding on every day, man. It's a blessing.
True indeed. Last time when we had a discussion, I told you the next time we build, I want to deal with more of your activism work. And I see right now you at the center where that I just got. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, me and my partner, Shaniqua Charles, she's going for assembly right now. You know what I'm saying? The 78th district of the Bronx. We got a center called the Shaniqua Charles iammycommunityinc Resource Community Center. So, in here, man, we just like invite the community. We don't got the curriculum like the normal PAL or the normal boys club, girls club have. You know what I'm saying? We got curriculum whereas we put together and then we allow the community to come in. So in other words, if your grandma know how to make the best pies in the neighborhood and she willing to come in and teach the kids how to do it, then grandma got a date and a time to come up in here and set up her shop and, we help her so she can teach the kids how to do it. We got one of the brothers that worked in the train station at MTA for about 25 years. He come down, he done built a train track down here, him and the kids, and allow the kids to see that not only is this a hobby, but it's also something that's teaching them architecture, how to be an architect, teaching them how to be an electrician, how to be a painter, a creator. There's so many things that come into that. We have martial arts class in here. We have one of the brothers from the Peacemakers, DJ Ali, come on Tuesdays and Thursdays. He teach the kids DJ class. My brother Shine, he got This Is It barbershop. He about to start a barbershop class, teaching the kids how to do, teaching them how to do trades, things that they took out of school. When we was in school, we got an arts and craft class in here. We got karate class coming in here, teach the kids how to defend themselves, not to be a bully, but how to defend yourself, just in case the bullies do come. So we got all type of classes in here. We have a round table where we bring the elders up in here and they mentor the youth. It's all about getting the community involved and uplifting the community. And these are the things that, you're not going to see your local politician doing. And these are also the things that you're not going to go into your local PAL or your local boys club and see either, because they have their own curriculum. Not saying that their curriculum is beneficial to your community, because they don't know what your community need, because they already got their set curriculum. But instead of doing that, we like to reach out into the community and find out who the people are in the community, find out what's the needs and separated from the wants of the community, and then try to bring them things that the community need in the community. And also show the people in the community that a lot of the things that y'all need in the community is actually people in the community that can provide that. But if they don't know, they don't know that, because the average person that get together, they do a whole bunch of sat rapping. And you're doing a whole bunch of talking about nothing. But if y'all, what time do y'all take out of the conversation to find out what are you good at? What do you know how to do? What did you bring to the table? And we try to get that out of people and see what they can bring to the table to uplift the.
Where is the community located at?
The community center is located at 2477 Webster Avenue, which is like a block from off of Fordham Road.
That's in the Bronx.
That's in the Bronx.
Okay.
Yeah, the Bronx, 2477 Webster Avenue, Bronx, New York, 10458. You come down Fordham Road, and we right across the street from where the old Sears used to be at. They got a Best Buy, and we right here, right in the center, where a lot of things is happening at, where we need a lot of help at. Also, you got the assemblyman that's right here right now that Shaniqua was going against is Jose Rivera. And he crossed the street from right here, but we also, that's where Fordham Plaza is at. But if you go to Fordham Plaza 24 hours a day, it's homeless people sleeping all outside. There's people that's hungry, you know what I'm saying? There's like a whole bunch going on. And I feel like before you could clean the borough, you need to clean your own backyard. So, you know, plus he's been here for 30 years, and it's time for change, man. You know, so many things have changed in 30 years that is ridiculous, man. You know, times. So he, you know, I'm not taking nothing away from him. He may have had the good plans 30 years ago, but right now is a new day and time, a new era.
Sure. And if anybody want to support what's going on at that center, how would that be done? Like, how can they contact, or how, you know, who would they reach out to?
Well, you know, we got you can go on Instagram. On Instagram, I'm under KBorn Rivers, KBorn Rivers, and I also have a GoFundMe on there, and then Shaniqua is under Vote Charles for Change. So that's under Instagram too. You go to Vote Charles for Change, and you also can send a link there. Then everybody's always welcome to come by because, like I said, you know, our curriculum is the community. So we have today we have Marilyn coming in, and she's gonna do harm reduction and show people that if somebody ODing on the street, they overdose on heroin or fentanyl or something, how you could be assistant to them. Because you know, it's good to be the first one on the scene when something happened, but to be the first one there with no type of knowledge to help somebody, you know what I'm saying? It's like you're there, but you're not there. So we try to give a lot of people a lot of these tools so that when you do end up in a situation, you can try to at least, you know, help the person.
Definitely. I seen something recently. I wanted to and I didn't know you was involved with it. And I think that was pretty the brother Mecca Audio, like, you know, some brothers might know him from back in the day, Club 2000, whatever. But he was supposed to got arrested and did 29 years as a Harlem kingpin. But you was instrumental in getting that fella back home. And I think you said y'all had like 2 million signatures. Like what made you feel like, yo, that's the case that you wanted to stand behind and put that work in?
Well, you know, me being from the Bronx, and you know, I used to make rap records back in the days. I made a hit record called Rap's New Generation. So back in the days, I remember, you know, I knew Mecca Audio. You know, when he had the Club 2000, I just happened to be in the federal penitentiary at that time, so I didn't get a chance to be a part of it. But I still was getting pictures from people, and he was locked up for probably about like 20 years in. And one day, somehow, me and him got in contact again. And he was like, yo, you remember me? And, you know, and I'm like, trying to think of him. I'm like, wait, man, you know, I'm thinking. And he's like, yo, you don't remember when you came to River Park Towers back in the days? And he had the Montero with all the Louis Vuitton, the Gucci, all of that. And he was blasting my record. So I went by to him. I was like, yo, man, you got some my joint. He's like, yeah, I know you is, Kate. So me and him, you know, from there, he brought that back up. I was like, oh, man, you know, where you been at all this time? He told me he still was incarcerated. So I'm like, God damn, man, you know, like, what could I do to help you out? You know, so he was like, you know, he's trying to get back on the clemency and all that. So automatically, you know, I just jumped in the gear. And being I was down with Just Leadership at the time, you know, I figured that I'm already on that. We fighting against prison reform and all this. Why not help? I'm gonna help somebody that I actually know, you know, first. So I started getting into that. And a big thing was going on in DC. And we needed people to go out there to give out flyers and to give out undershirts. You know, it wasn't a one-day thing. We needed a team, and we needed a team to be out there for about a week. But, you know, as time went, people started dwindling down, who could go, who couldn't go. And I just said, yo, you know what, man, you know, I got a lot of family in DC. You know, I used to live in DC. So one thing I know, I got a place to stay. So I could use that, you know, to get the shirts and next thing you know, I just got jumped on the bus and went out there myself. And I broke night for about a good week. You know, go and get a little rest here, a little rest there. But I was all over because I could stretch out more than even if I had the team because I'm from here. And DC got nice spots, but DC is also a dangerous spot, you know, a dangerous city. You know, so, you know, you just can't be flying around there and not be knowing people like that. So I felt comfortable knowing the people, so I took that shot and started going everywhere, man, putting the flyers up everywhere. So me and a couple other people, we had over 2.5 million signatures that we hand-delivered to the Justice Department, you know, on the grounds of clemency and getting a lot of people out. And it really was up to Obama. But Obama got the signatures. What he did was he set up a committee. but the committee was of the same people that actually convicted the people. You know what I'm saying? It was like, where's somebody gonna get some type of leeway in here when these are actual, you putting them in front of the same prosecutors and the same slayers. So we had to wait for a while. He did not let Supreme out. I mean, he did not let Unique out. He did not let a lot of people out because a lot of people did not fit the criteria that committee wanted. But then Donald Trump came up. Donald Trump signed the First Step Act. And in that act right there, it gave more of you gave you a chance to send your same paperwork, but not to a committee. You can send your same paperwork to the actual judge who sentenced and convict you. Now, when the average person that go to jail, you know, it's a thing called you do time, and or you can let time do you. Very seldom people go to jail and be like, I'm gonna do time. A lot of people go to jail and just be like, I'm gonna let time do me. You know, they go to work out and do all this and that. This brother took time out to get degrees and to do a whole bunch of things that was positive. So once his paperwork got in front of the judge and not the committee, the judge looking at that like, wait up, I done sentenced hundreds of people that did not come back with this same, you know, that improved their life and try to help others like he did. So, you know, they were saying he was a minister of society. He can't be around people, you know, which is not true. Because he's been out here right now for a couple of months and he's doing good. You know, he got the video out, he got the book out. We all was hanging out with him. It was about 20 of us. All of us left the same way we came in one piece. So a lot of that be a lot of myth and a lot of false.
Let me ask you this question, right? The First Step Back, do you know who actually, like who sponsored that bill?
Well, you know, I don't really know that, but I know that, you know, a lot of people was behind it. And, you know, especially the people that I gotta give it to the brothers that and the sisters that was incarcerated. You know, that they put a lot of work in too, man. You know what I'm saying? Because even for that to even be thought of, they had to put that inside work on. Because you sitting in jail doing 20, you know, the majority of them had life. And don't forget, none of them had no violence. These ain't no people that was outside shooting and killing people. These people that was locked up for a lot of crimes that's not even crimes no more. Now, you got people that's doing life sentences behind marijuana, and marijuana's legal almost everywhere, but they still ain't go and release these people out of jail. These people still sitting in jail, you know?
So it seemed like you have a high level of organization when it comes to like that grassroots movement. And with Mecca Audio, that's piece. I remember, I don't know, because he's not in my generation. He's quite through older than me, almost by 10 years. So you know, but I've definitely heard him and I've been watching him. He got a good energy. He after doing almost 30 years, they got what they got. They got a whole generation out of him. So, you know, he need to breathe. There's much respect, much power. But back to what you doing, okay? So I know one time before you was talking about the different mental health issues that was going on around your way, and one fella wound up killing a father who had 5 kids, and how you constantly went to these politicians to try to get resources and nobody helped you, but you constantly see other organizations getting resources that's not doing what you doing, and you doing this without any money. So let's look at the process. Like, what type of process is going on in New York that a organization like I Am My Community, which you run, can't get no resources? Like that's and you got, to me, what they call evidence-based. Like, your practices is evidence-based that they're working, but yet you can't get no resources. So do you think that is some type of ceiling or some type of systemic racism involved?
Now, I feel like, you know, a lot of it is being a lack of understanding, you know? Like, even right now, look at this big center that we got. We keep our center jam-packed. We got on, this Saturday, we got the Ghetto Chronicles that did the play, The Ghetto Chronicles. They come in here and they're going to do a fundraiser for us. So, you know, people see the work that we're doing. But, you know, like, when you start getting to a lot of these politicians and you start getting into, like, the mayor and the people that he fund, they fund, like, programs that, one, that they could actually tell what to do, and they all run the same curriculum. that I feel that is not a curriculum that I would co-sign. You know, like even like they got the cure of violence. They got the cure of violence, and they have a motto underneath there. Whereas if somebody gets shot, killed, or harmed in their community, especially killed, they got to come out there and do a shooting response within 72 hours. Where I'm from the streets. You know what I'm saying? Born and raised 52 years in the Bronx, but in New York City and traveled around. I know and understand that if somebody gets shot and killed, a retaliation is not going to be in 72 hours. It's going to be in 72 seconds. You feel me? So I got to be outside now. So I can't go on y'all telling me that y'all got, we got to wait for 2 more days to get people together. And 2 more days in New York City, I know that by the time I go outside, not only is this going to be the one killing that started it, that's supposed to be coming forward, it's going to be 3, 4 retaliations, and it may be 5 killings. So I got to get out there right now. And I can't be held down to a 9 to 5. I got to be able to work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, because that's how things happen. Nobody got a date or a time to set when commotion and something's going to happen. You know, we can't say, oh, well, I work down to 5, so I want y'all to not kill nobody or not sell no drugs or not get into no beef only between 9 to 5. Now we got, you know, we got to be like, when you take this job and you step on to save people's lives, this got to be like a 24 hour. You got to be like a doctor. You on call 24 hours a day. This is an on-call thing. You know what I'm saying? Because if a youth needs you right now, and they really need to speak to you, and it's a life or death situation where they may be able to harm somebody, or somebody may be able to harm them, they can't wait the 9 to 5. They need to be, they need to get in contact with you right now.
Yeah, I think the example of that would be, I think you have posted something on your page where dudes had shot a father with his daughter, and then you posted another joint where dudes ran up in the hallway.
Yeah, that was the guy's brother.
Yeah, and that was a few hours later.
Yeah, that was the same day, and less than a couple of hours later.
Yeah, so
that was the same day. That was a boom, boom, reaction. You know, so these are type things that you gotta be on right then and there. And then, you know, like a lot of the curriculum, you know, like I used to be on the streets. I used to be in a gang. I used to sell drugs. And a lot of brothers that in programs and doing things now, they still kind of confused. You know what I'm saying? They don't know if they still halfway foot in or halfway foot out. Where, you know, I was always taught that, and I know you was taught the same thing. You can't build and destroy at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of things that, you know, I try to keep my program from. But at the same token, I go out and sponsor when they throw events, especially if it's for the youth or it's somebody that got killed. Because that's not about my program. It's not about my personal feelings. It's not about your personal feelings. It's about the person that passed away and what we could do to prevent somebody else from falling into that same situation and how we can help that person's family try to, you know, at least get some type of help.
So as far as with the funding, so you feel that they don't fund you because you're not trying to mimic the model that they feel is the best model?
Yeah, like, you know, one, I'm not, you know, one, I don't mimic that, and then 2, a lot of my thing is like dealing with like mental health, and I look at the big picture and things. You know, average person go outside and they say, John shot Joe, and they want to know what's the beef behind John and Joe. So you get 2 big organizations that come out here and y'all try to figure out as far as the beef between John and Joe. I'm gonna go deeper than that. I want to know, what type of background did John and Joe come from? You know, with their family, what type of living situations they live in? You know, how did they come up? Did they have past trauma? Because this may not be about John and Joe. They may have had these problems 10, 15 years ago. And they just using them 2 as 2 scapegoats to get into something that really don't got nothing to do with neither one of them. You know what I'm saying? So I try to go above a little bit of that. And maybe both of them got past trauma that we could deal with it. And then y'all never even really had a problem. Y'all just used each other as a situation to escape a bigger problem. You know what I'm saying? So
the Department of Health got a mental health like CPR like type program. Have you?
Yeah, that's what Thrive NYC.
Yeah.
But Thrive NYC is, again, you know, Thrive NYC got $250 million, but they have 0 Thrive NYC centers in the Bronx or places where it's done at. You know, when you go to like Staten Island, they got over 110 different programs and things like that. So they put all of their money out of Staten Island, but it's not inside the hood. You know, when do we go? If you got $250 million, then I mean, it should be some type of Thrive NYC somewhere in every little community in New York City, you know, and they don't have that. So we come from an era where the white kids, the Caucasians and all that in Staten Island and Long Island, they could go and get these help when they're young. Our kids, is we accustomed to the Spanish people call, oh, that's a little loco, that's a little loca, you know, and with the black people, oh, that's crazy Jerry, that's a little crazy JoJo. And we accept it as that and never get these people help. And then as they get older and they get into things, and then it's bigger than that. And we had the chance to help them, but you know, the opportunity wasn't right there, but we didn't reach out to go get it. We accepted it and just put a little, a Band-Aid on it and kept it going. And then as they go, you know, this problem keep on going like any other thing. You know, like if you get a cut and you don't do nothing to it, it's gonna get infected, turn to gangrene, you know, you lose a limb. All of this is the same thing with mental health. So, and a lot of us, you know, we sugarcoat it instead of trying to get our people's help and our kids help.
So do you see, so your main thing is the allocation of the resources is unbalanced?
Yeah, it's crazy unbalanced. If you really look at it, you know, if all the money that they give out to all of them programs, I should get all the money. If you really want to look at it, because when you look at it, I'm the only one who's talking about prevention. Everybody got something for you after you got shot. Everybody got something for you after you come out of jail. Everybody got something for you after you get homeless. Everybody got something for you after you done caught a disease, or you caught sickle cell, or you caught, you know, diabetes or whatever. We here to prevent you from catching that. We here to teach you to eat the right foods. We here to prevent you from going to jail. We here to provide you with a job. We here to prevent you from all these things. We are the prevention program. So if anything, you should feel that you should be putting all the money in preventing people from becoming homeless, preventing people from running out here and getting sick and just catching a sexually transmitted disease, because we out here trying to educate you about these things. We out here providing you with condoms. We out here telling you about these things. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they rather go into the aftermath instead of going into the prevention. And that's what I can't really get into that, because I'm not trying to help people after they got hurt. You know, when I'm standing right here and I can tell you how not to get hurt. You know what I'm saying? So that separates a lot where they funding go at too, because majority of funding is all about things that's helping people after something happens to them. You know, and I'm here trying to prevent something from happening to somebody. You know what I'm saying? Trying to help somebody stay on the good foot. You know, why would I wait for you after you go to jail to come and help you get a job? I'm trying to get you a job so you don't never have to have a criminal record, man. You know, that's why we got our other program, Never Be Caged. And, you know, people could look us up under that, www.neverbecaged.org. And, you know, we're trying to prevent people from going through the trials and tribulations. I got locked up 77 times. I don't want to see nobody else get arrested one time. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to do it. I already been there and done that. I'm telling you now, it's corny. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to go outside and get shot. I got shot with an AK-47. I'm telling you right now, it's corny. It hurt. It's hot. It's a whole bunch of other issues. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm telling you that. You ain't got to go down the block and hang out with 50 other people and let them lead you in the wrong direction. Then that happened. You don't got to do that, man. You know, we here to prevent you and try to tell you the truth and nothing but the truth. You know? Yeah. And that's where a lot of things come in that too. Yeah, people don't want to hear that because they know a lot of their programs and a lot of their things is set up for the after.
Yeah, we always had a saying, prevention is better than the cure.
Yeah, you feel me?
So let me
if I can
ask
prevent
you,
you from it, you don't need a cure.
Let me ask you this then. So do you see now, since all the protesting that's been going on, do you see a level of consciousness raising, or do you think it's more of a bandwagon thing?
I see more conscious coming out, but the conscious people are still the same conscious people. We the conscious ones, but we the ones we the poor righteous teachers. You know what I'm saying? That's always gonna remain. That's not just there for a saying because it sounds slick, the poor righteous teachers. Now they're gonna keep us poor. Because we actually the ones that's out here that's actually putting in the things that's benefiting people. So they're gonna be, and you know, the mass gonna go where the mass is at, the 85, which is the majority. So the majority of people is getting on the bandwagon. But those are the people who are still funded. And they still not seeing no results from them. they're not seeing no real change because everywhere they doing it at is still full of shootings and crime and mayhaps. There's a bunch of mayhem going on. So you already see all this going on, mayhem, crime, chaos everywhere, but you still keep on funding, and then you add on to this instead of saying, you know what, probably we should try a different way. Or probably we should perfect our way. Or probably we should mix our way or juggle our way. You're going down the same pattern and it's not working.
Yeah.
It's not working in Chicago. It's not working here. And you following the pattern. The New York is following the pattern from Chicago. It's not working in Chicago at all. Not even 1%. So why should you adapt to that? I don't want to adapt my program to nothing like that because it's not working in your hometown. You know, let's write our own program. Let's write our New York program.
What about the rise in consciousness of with people dealing with police brutality under the Black Lives movement?
Well, I feel like, you know, Black Lives Matter is a program that's really set up to, like, they're not set up to build with us because there's no Black Lives Matter program in any community that we go in that's full of Black people that's going through mayhem. If Black Lives Matter was really about Black Lives Matter, in every public housing that you go into, it'd be a Black Lives Center right there. Because that's where the main Black people was at that's going through the main trial and tribulation. In every housing project around the whole United States, it'd be a Black Lives Matter post right there to help people if you was about helping people. You're not about helping people. They're about helping their agenda or what they under, which is really the transgender and gay agenda. You know, it's nothing against them, but at the same token, they're using the Black Lives Matter as a platform for them to promote transgender and gay uplifting, because that's what they're about. And if people take the time out, they say you want to put the best, you want to put the most thing in for a Black person to miss it, put it in a book. But like they said, we don't read, because all you got to do is go to their website and look at what is their main agenda. And their main agenda will tell you their main agenda is to uplift and make more transgender and more gay leaders. They don't say nothing about heterosexual people. They don't say nothing at all. And you can't even get a high position on their platform unless you're transgender or gay. Okay. And this is what we run out and we support it. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't read, man. We don't sit back and read what we're doing, you know? And
so let me ask you this before you put, so you don't see that Black Lives Matter, that organization, is and Black Lives Matter, the movement, as two different things? Because in New York, you got Black Lives Matter New York. They do have they have a Black dude, they have a female.
Yeah, Big Hawk.
They have I think a sister, and I seen her speak. She said she married, so I'm taking she married to a man, and she said she got children. So you don't see like it's fracturing, like people taking the Black Lives Matter as a slogan and maybe feel the same way that you feel, like, yo, we not with the home or the initial organization, but we understand the rally cry.
Well, you know, Big Hawk is a good friend of mine. You know what I'm saying? I support a lot of things that Big Hawk do. We on?
Yeah.
Yeah. Big Hawk is a good friend of mine. I support a lot of things that Big Hawk do, and he's separated from the Black Lives Matter movement. You know what I'm saying? Because he Black Lives Matter New York. But you know, it's still, like you said, you know, it still get a little tangled because a lot of people they don't notice the difference. So a lot of times when I be speaking about Black Lives Matter, I have to let them know that I ain't talking about Big Hawk. You know, Big Hawk is doing a whole different thing. You know what I'm saying? But it's still, you know, it's still Black Lives Matter. You know, I feel that, man, you know, we're going to run out and we're going to be giving millions and millions or hundreds of millions of dollars to somebody that's saying Black Lives Matter. Then that means that every time something happens to somebody Black, that organization's supposed to be there. You know? And they only come out really when the police do something to a Black person. So you saying that if I'm out here and I'm rolling with Black Lives Matter and I'm doing all I can and I'm supporting them, I'm funding them, I'm doing whatever I could do. If something happened to me or somebody in my family by any other person, y'all ain't coming to support us? The only way y'all come to support us if the police did it to me or the police did it to us, I can't be down with that. I can't be down with that because I feel all lives matter. You know what I'm saying? And I feel that, you know, black lives, if we're going to go against the police killing a black person, then we also got to go against black people killing black people. And as long as we ignore that, we can never get no change, man. You know what I'm saying? How you going to say what's good for one? The rules supposed to be rules to go for everybody. And we separating the rules. We like, all right, the police can't kill black people, but the gangsters and the drug dealers can kill all the black people they want to. Get out of here, man.
I can see that argument right there. But on the flip side, though, when you look at the police, it's like since our history in this country is not like nobody else's history in this country, and it's like from a society standpoint, it's like they don't got no respect for us at all.
But we don't got no respect for us at all. You know, you respect people that respect they, you know, like they say, your mom used to say, if you don't show no respect for yourself, how can self-respect? How can you expect others to have respect for you? If you run around here disrespecting your own kind and doing all this, what you think other people gonna do? They're gonna follow suit. But if they see you respecting your people and you respecting your household and you go down there, they're gonna follow suit. They're gonna respect your people. They're gonna respect your household. They're only gonna do what they see you do. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's an undertone mentality because, you know, the police organization come from patty rollers and the mentality that comes from slavery. So it's like when you have that built in as an institution, see me, I'm not for or against the police, but I'm against the institution that the police come from, because I feel like police should be community members, community stakeholders. And most of these police is not community members and community stakeholders.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't agree with reform. I'm not with reform neither. I'm with actually destroying the police as in its current form and something created more based off community policing. And nobody talks about that. Like, who cares about defunding the police when it's the same mentality? Like,
yeah.
You know, it's like we talk about systemic racism, like systematic racism, like these things is inanimate objects. No, these things was created by a certain mentality of people at one point in time, and the fact that we don't never address the root because we have to destroy it. It's just like if you got a garden growing, if you got weeds in the garden, the weeds going to choke out the other vegetables, so you pull out the weeds. You just don't just keep letting them weeds live. And I think that when we look at that, but you're right, I think that when we talk about the crime aspect of us doing crime against each other, we know crime is about a proximity, so we're not going to go into that aspect. But when we look at, well, what's the origin? If black people in this country was descendants from Africans and went through a process of 300-400 years of mental alteration, and when they came out and they had new principles and new ideas, where did it come from? Because they didn't teach themselves that. So it's like, this country itself is a bully country. This country bully everybody all over the globe.
First of all, it's not the country is bully. It's dealing with people that don't even know. The average person is a follower. They do no type of research. All they do is let people point and show them what to do, and they actually like a puppet. You just show the average person what to do and point fingers and they go. They got no type of leadership on their own. Because again, if you put it in the book, 90% of the people will never find it. You got people right now that run around and say the Republican is this, the Republican is racist, right? They say Donald Trump is racist because he's a Republican, Republicans find it, right? Who started the Ku Klux Klan? It damn sure wasn't a Republican. The Democrats started the Ku Klux Klan. So how can the Republicans be so racist and be the homeland of all this racism when the Democrats started the Ku Klux Klan? They didn't start it against black people. They started it against Irish people. But at the same token, they started it. But now they act like they don't know nothing about it. They act like if you ask them who started the Ku Klux Klan, they're going to say Donald Trump. No, you feel what I'm saying? But if people read and do their research, you'll see that a lot of these things is a lot of propaganda. that they just put in front of us, and they know that people don't read. They don't read, so they can just actually tell you anything.
But
And
Donald
put it
Trump,
on a couple of social media.
Donald Trump is a racist, though.
You know, you got to ask yourself like this. This is what I ask myself. If all the white people that don't like me don't like him, and all the white people that don't like me is saying he's a racist, and all the white racists are saying he's a racist, I like him. Because y'all don't like me either. So why would I listen? I never listened to the white person before in my life, but I'm going to listen to them now when they say don't like him.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm still not listening to you. Whoever you don't like, I like them because I want to know why you don't like them. Why you don't like them? Why are you against them? And it ain't to benefit me. It ain't to benefit black people. So black people said that the last thing black people should be doing is going against somebody that the white man told you who to go against. You got to be kidding me.
I don't think
you ain't never trust these people or believe them, but you trust and believe them when they say go against this one man.
No, I don't think black. I think black people. I think the average black person a little bit more sophisticated. I think black people know about Trump housing discrimination practices. I know black people know about him taking a full-page ad talking about the Central Park 5 need to be killed. You know what I mean? So, and some other the diabolical stuff that he do. But
do these same black people know that? Do these same black people know that Ronald Reagan brought crack cocaine into our community? Do they know that at the same time Ronald Reagan brought crack cocaine into our community, him and Oliver North, that his wife started a campaign called Crack is Whack? So he was bringing us in and his wife was taking us out? Do they also know that both of the Bushes went across and violated the Genovese Act and killed Saddam Hussein, a president, killed his 2 sons and lied and said that they have weapons of mass destruction and they still ain't found no weapons of mass destruction to today? Do they also know that Bill Clinton invented the word mass incarceration and locked up more people than any president in the history of the United States? So when you put Donald Trump on a scale against all of them, it don't equal to all that. See, the people don't know all that. So of course, when they listen to the propaganda that they throw on him, he look like the worst person in the world. But when you put him on a scale of these people and find out what they done did, he looked like the best person that you ever met. He looked like your grandmother in church this Sunday.
See, one thing
but when you compare him to nobody and just say, oh yeah, he's the bad guy, of course he looked bad. But if you told people that Ronald Reagan was the reason why we had hospitals full of crack babies, that he was the reason why most of the black and Hispanic families broke up, that he's the reason why it's violence in the street right now, and that these kids is running around in gangs and killing because those are the product of the crack babies. Those are actually the crack babies. So we still on Ronald Reagan era. This ain't Donald Trump time that's killing these people on the street in the gang. This is Ronald Reagan time. And the reason why these kids don't have parents is because Bill Clinton put them all in jail. Donald Trump just holding the weight.
Yeah.
He didn't put these people on crack. He didn't tear down the family. He didn't tear down the community. This is a process that's been going on.
Yeah, it's a process, and he's just the new version of
he's just the one sitting in the seat that they all pointing the finger at. Yeah, and if everybody pointing the finger at him, we as black people should be like, why? Why all of a sudden, this is all I want to know. Why all of a sudden we listening to the white man when he say don't like somebody? Why? Why they don't like him? Why are we listening to them all of a sudden? They our friends.
So you think
next week they won't be your friend?
So you think that people not really doing the knowledge to Donald Trump policies and don't see what's going on? Look at how many federal judges have he appointed? And what type of federal judges have he appointed?
Well, I know the Spanish guy came in, the Mexican guy, I can't remember his name, but he had great reviews because I just happened to be up there when he was coming in. I was in Albany when they were swearing when he was going in the House of Assembly. But I can't, I'll be on a lot of things, but like things like that, like first of all, like I tell people, the mayor, the governor, and the president don't write no laws at all. They don't write no laws.
Judges,
Congress and all them write the laws. So when Congress, who's supposed to be moving every two years or so, nobody don't never vote against them because they all got you focusing on the president, the mayor, and the governor. These dudes don't change no laws, man, at all. So why we keep on having an argument and worrying about what they're doing? They don't benefit us. I mean, the president really is like foreign affairs. He has nothing to do with your everyday life. style. And this Congress keep pointing you at the president. And meanwhile, you run into the president every 4 years, but Congress changed every 2 years. And nobody don't vote them out. They stay there for 20-some years because nobody don't know these the dudes you supposed to be after, not the president.
So
the president can't do nothing. All the president can do is wait for Congress to approve it.
So let me ask you this. So you feel like people should be more educated on the actual systems of what's going on?
Yeah, the judicial system, like you said, with the judges be there for 20 years because we don't know that we can vote them out. A judge will get on the seat right now, right? He'll be on the seat from the time he like 40-something and retire when he get like 80-something. And we don't know because we worried about the president, the mayor, and the governor, 3 people who can't change no laws. But meanwhile, this judge is sitting in there roasting you for 40, 50 years, and we don't know that we can vote him out. We don't know that Congress, who got the same law, Congress is the one that decide how much you get on your EBT card. Congress decide what type of food your kids eat in school. Congress decide how much the train gonna be, how much all that. Not the president, the mayor, or the governor. Congress. So we all after the wrong people, man, and they keep pointing us and focusing us on these people. And we keep on, the president is this. Congress laughing at you because you wait for 4 years, like, okay, wait for 4 years to get rid of the president. This dude is in his chair for a second term. And he know that you ain't even thinking about him because you don't know nothing about him. You don't even know their name. Ask the average person what's the Congress people name. They don't even know. They don't know the Congress name. Who all the judges is. I don't know them. Like you just asked me that. We don't know that, but these are the people that we need to be on, man. These are the people that's making these laws.
So you say, so America as a society is just dumb.
Dumb as hell. Dumb as hell. If you're standing out there as a society and you going, yo, I hate the president because I can't get no, they ain't paying rent in my building. That's your local elected officials got to handle your block. The president don't know but 2477 Webster Avenue. He never heard of it. He deal with foreign affairs. You need to go to your local assemblyman, your local congressman, and when you go to them, they point to you and telling you, yo, the president ain't doing nothing. And then these dumbasses is going and talking about the president. No, get on your local politicians and start making the lights and all that around your way and the holes in your thing and your building unsafe. Get on your local assemblyman, your local congressman, your local, all of them, your local senator. You know what I'm saying? You got to get your local councilman. You got to get all the local people because they the ones that deal with your district specifically and deal with your building. And deal with the block, you know what I'm saying? The stuff right there. Not all out there. And that's what it is. They got us focused on all the wrong things, man. While they sit up here and do whatever they want to do.
You know why? Because we haven't got to the level yet where we should really have our own political party and make people dance for us.
Yeah, but they don't teach. See, the thing about this is that when you go to like Riverdale and you go to like Flushing, Queens, and you come up to like Drosneck in the Bronx and all that, they teach their kids about politics in school. That's on their curriculum. So when these kids get out of school, they already know what an assemblyman is, a councilman, a senator, and they ready to go into office or try to get into office. They don't teach us this in our community in Brownsville, on Fordham Road, in 40 projects with a school at in Jamaica, Queens, and all that. They don't teach our kids this. So when our kids come out of school, they're totally blind to the fact of that they could actually become a councilman or congress person or assembly lady or whatever. They're absolutely blind to this. They learn this as they turn to their 30s and all that. Like, yo, I could be that? I could be the president? Yeah, you could be the president, man. But if you knew this from 2nd and 3rd grade, you probably would have been on it as soon as you got out of high school. Like, yo, you know, and probably elevated to that. So it's not that we not into a lot of these positions. It's not by choice. It's by systematically that they already set that up.
Ignorance. So as you being a former hip hop person, what you think about Kanye West running for president?
Man, you know, Kanye got some serious issues, man. You know, it's like it go down to where they say that it's not what you say, it's how you say it. And he just got to, you know, Kanye just throw things out there. He most definitely can't be no president. Let's get that out the way. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, the president deal with foreign affairs. Kanye West is thinking that he can be the president because it's dealing again with, we said that motherfuckers is misinformed. He think the president is going to change the lights, and the president is going to make sure that people can't go in with coronavirus, and the president going to say this, and they going to fix the train stations. He dealing with local. He need to be a local politician. That's what he really want to be. Because the president deal with foreign affairs, man, and Kanye West don't know nothing about foreign affairs. Zero. Nothing.
He might
You
not
know what
know
I'm saying?
about local affairs because he said one time he don't even read. So
yeah, so how could you know about any type of what's going on? And first of all, if you want to do something, lead by example. Show what you're doing in Chicago, and then you make it get people to follow you. If you can go out in Chicago and get the brothers and just stop killing each other, and get the gangs and get the truce, and get people to see that we all black, and we all, regardless of what color rag you got, or what color your hairstyle is, and all that we all the same people at the end of the day. All you gotta do is take the outfit off. You know, we like a jar of olives, a whole bunch of different shades, but they all olives, man. You know what I'm saying? So if he could bring some sense into that, then probably people could believe in you a drop. You got Obama, he got his main whole thing. I'm my brother's keeper out in Chicago. Where's he at? Where's he doing it at? In his backyard? Because I don't see nothing happening. I don't see him at no events. I don't see him trying to bring up none of these young kids together. I don't see him holding no type of forum or no type of town hall meeting where he inviting all the gangs. And where's Michael Jordan at? Where's Oprah at? Chicago got all these big people that turn billionaires off of the hard work of the people in Chicago and off of poor people. Because ain't no, poor people was paying to go see Michael Jordan. Poor people was buying them sneakers and all that. Poor people. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? They got up and they just left all the poor people. And that's how that goes. Between Kanye West, Obama, Michael Jordan, Oprah, they should be able to put some type of control in Chicago, man. Offer them kids something other than to be in a gang. Or to be out on the street and have to sell drugs and feel like this is what you have to do.
Chicago, my family from Chicago too, but Chicago used to have some of the most organized street organizations in the country.
Yeah.
And I think they systematically gutted the leadership because
just like they did the Black Panthers. They gut the leadership and they take everybody in jail and turn all the youngers into gangbangers and killers, but at the same token, they steal all the programs. Like the WIC and everything else, you know what I'm saying? And getting the people together and feeding the mothers, the single mothers, and that's all programs that Black people start, man, People with good hearts that came out and trying to give back to the community, but they come and get rid of the people, but they keep the programs.
Let me ask you, like, okay, let's progress the build a bit. Like what could, from a takeaway perspective, what could, people in these urban centers, regular grassroots people do to help add on into what's going on in their community?
First of all, the people they got to get out of their ways and they got to start coming and supporting and funding the grassroots organization. Because the closest person to the solution is the closest person to the problem. We here every day. We right here on the ground every day. You got people that's in the office that never been out here. All right, so I'll be doing a lot of meetings with the governance people. Where Como send his people down. We have we speak about community and things like that. And I always tell them this before we start the meeting. I always say, y'all came down here with a bunch of people that got PhDs, and I came down here with a bunch of people that got PhDs. We got different PhDs, but we all got PhDs, everybody that's in this room. You got a PhD with going to school, reading about how to do this when violence happens, and what to do if somebody busts a gunshot, or what to do to get out of this situation. And then this dude right here got 12 years of actually being a dude ducking the bullets and the bullets shooting at him. So he got the same PhD you got. Yours was on books, his was in reality. You feel me? So now we could build, now we can open up this floor and we can start building. Because don't think that your books is gonna be more than his reality. Because you can read all day and give somebody all advice in the world what to do, when somebody pull out a gun on them and how you should react and doing the surveys that you did was this, that, and the third, but until one actually come out on your ass. Like Mike Tyson said, everybody got a plan until you get punched in the face.
Exactly.
Plan out the window now. Now it's in the defense. You know what I'm saying? Your whole plan is defense now. All that shuffling and tuffling, that's out the window now. So
give us a few, because you know time is of the essence. So give us a few. Give us first. Tell the people where you located at again. Let's get that out the way.
We at 2477 Webster Avenue in the Bronx, New York. 10458 is one block from Fordham Road. It's the Shaniqua Charles Community Resource Community Center. And you know, like I said, you know, we're in the 78 district. Everybody vote for Shaniqua Charles. And we trying to make change, man. You know, they could go under Vote Charles for Change.
I'm gonna get that information from you. I'm gonna get that information from you before I can put it in this video, so they can
Indeed.
See. So second, like what projects do y'all got coming up that y'all working on?
We got you know, on this weekend, this Saturday, we got the Ghetto Chronicles coming down, and they're gonna do a play at our joint at 2477. And on the 29th, I got a book bag giveaway in River Park Towers with Assemblywoman Latoya Joyner, and we trying to get a community center over there too. Like we trying to make some sense out of Bronx River. River Park Towers too, and try to provide some things for the community, for the kids over there. So me and her is trying to work together on that plan. So hopefully that'll come out, you know, because she see a lot of the visions and which I see, you know, which is that it's prevention.
Okay.
And that's hard to get a lot of people to feed into, because it's easier and way more money to open up a program. For me and you to go right now and say we're gonna open up a halfway house for people that when they come out of jail, or for people that when they get off of drugs and they weaning down, they could come. We could get funding for that like this. But for me and you to go out there and say right now, we need funding so that we could go around and give out booklets, and we could go and have forms and have classes and telling people the effects of alcohol and the effects of long-term using heroin. And brothers gonna be like, man, listen, man. You know what I'm saying? That ain't where the money at. The money is in pharmaceutical and all that, you know, so. But if you got the heart and you really about saving people, then it's from here. You know, like mom used to tell us, there's two kind of beauties. But we used to be looking at the honey with, oh, she bad. Woo, woo, woo. Mom's like, yeah, it's two different kind of beauties, man. One that's on the outside, one on the inside, you know? And the one on the inside is the one that really counts.
But before we leave, man, give us a takeaway, man. Give the people a takeaway.
You know, peace and blessings, everybody, man. You know, I just want everybody to keep their head up, man. And keep in mind and always know that it's each one teach one, not each one beat one, man. We can't get nowhere beating each other, but we get a lot of places teaching each other, man. And let's stop the black on black crime, man. Don't let nobody never tell us that there's no such thing as black on black crime, because if me and you look alike and we in an altercation and one of us end up dead, then that's damn sure black on black crime. Don't let nobody else tell you other than. Hey, yo, thank you, God, for inviting me on, man. And it's always a pleasure building with you, God.
Likewise. And make sure y'all check out the brother, his work, what he doing, support his program, donate funds, do all of that, because I'm gonna leave with these words. It's attributed to Honorable Elijah Muhammad. He said my bank is in the heart of my people. Peace.